Homestretch and Shelter House are two shelters here in the DMV area that caters to only domestic violence victims. The programs that these two organizations offer include providing housing, financial counseling, employment counseling, and child and teen services, just to name a few. Amanda Tenario was in an abusive relationship before she became a client of Homestretch. Here she shares a little bit of her story.
He started belittling me. He accused me of cheating all the time. He became very controlling. And when he saw me pulling away emotionally, like I was trying to get out of things, that's when the physical abuse started. Mm-hmm. And he was very, very violent. So he would beat me with weapons. He would beat me with, metal pipes, baseball bats, belts, whatever he had access to at the moment.
Amanda now works as a motivational speaker and advocate against domestic violence. Amanda said programs like Homestretch and Shelter House is the reason she is where she is now.
Providing us with the counseling, providing me with legal advocacy. They helped me through the court process. Then once I was a little bit more stable mentally, I could start working again. So once I was working, that's when I went into Homestretch. And then with Homestretch, it was being affordable housing. So I was able to stay in Fairfax County. My children could go to school here. And they helped me financially as far as budgeting and being able to start paying off my debt. So, I had gone in with like a 333 credit score, and I left with almost a 600. And I had saved up over $10,000 while I was in the program. So when I left, I had a nice cushion of money to help me because now I'm going back into full market rate rent.
Domestic violence is a subject not talked about on college campuses. Here at Howard University, we have domestic violence cases all the time. Here's Rose Porter with an exclusive on her friend's domestic violence situation.
When I was a freshman, I lived in the Quad. It was the all-girls freshman dorm. It was the one where you'd have the freshman experience. And in that, I met a lot of great friends. One of my friends, however, was starting to struggle, and I realized she was struggling in her classes around Christmas break. When she came back in January, I noticed that there were some things that were different from her. She, stayed in her room. She wasn't as talkative, and I was a little worried. Now, I knew she had a boyfriend, but, he was really cool with everybody. What I didn't know is that he was hitting her, and he was hitting her pretty hard. They would get into these discrepancies and talk for hours, and finally he would just snap and hit her, and she would cry and not say anything. At the time, it was really frustrating because he was our friend. It was somebody that we knew, but at the same time, we understood that wasn't cool.
When asked what she would say to individuals currently going through domestic violence situations, Amanda had this advice.
You're worth more than the abuse, and when you're ready to go, there's people out there that will help you.
I'm Rashad Hamilton with the Howard University News Service.